Deep beneath the ground, in an unhallowed network of tunnels and caves, sit 4 figures cooking something on a campfire. One smiles, cloaked in violet. Another laughs and sharpens a borrowed blade. A third leans back, strange and gaunt. And a fourth fakes a smile as he tries to flex his missing arm.
Velma, how did we get here? Fun bluegrass music, fun bluegrass music, fun bluegrass music.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to Side Character Quest, an actual play podcast where the one player, flicks off the
Do it again.
All right. Hello, and welcome to Side Character Quest, a one-on-one... fuck everything!
Welcome back to Side Character Quest, where the host is incapable of introducing the podcast and relies on the guest to do all the heavy lifting. I'm your side character guest, Eli, and with you, as usual, is your side character host.
This would be Ty. Hello, everybody.
I said too many ums. Can we do that again?
Yeah, you can do it again, but I also cut out ums. Did you know that?
Oh, fuck, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know how many ums are in the show already? That's because I cut out so many others. You don't even know.
When you look back and you see less ums in the sand, that's when Ty carried this podcast.
Yeah. You ready to you want to keep going, or do you want to actually re-record that?
Let me do it again. I think it'll be good. Welcome to Side Character Quest, where God damn it. I keep thinking 5 sentences ahead of me. The first one was probably the best one, but here we go. Welcome to Side Character Quest, the podcast where the host relies on the side character guest to do all the heavy lifting. I'm your side character guest, Eli, and with you as usual is your side character host.
That would be me, Ty. Hello, everyone. I welcome thee into this adventure. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair, friend.
Greetings, adventurer. You look weary. Come share some meat at my fire.
Listen, guys, the last couple of episodes have been kind of intense, and although I have been expecting this episode to be intense for years, and maybe that's why it's taken so long to get to, I've decided I'm just gonna have a great time with it. You down for that, Eli?
Fuck yeah, I'm here to have fun and also make sad content. Let's do it.
Yes, I want to earn that sad content by coming in hot with a good attitude.
I'm here to make sad content served up with a smile. That's the Side Character Quest promise. Sad Character Quest.
Sad Character Quest.
Although, I guess, in a way, Happy Character Quest. Because a friend that we thought was long dead isn't dead yet.
All right, you ready to get into the show, Eli?
Yeah, are we gonna introduce anything? I mean, I guess.
Oh fuck!
Listeners know who I am. I'm Eli. I played Eric, Sir Roderick, and Lore. And in one glorious live episode, I also got to play Alton, so that was fun.
Oh, that was a very good time. You also have DM'd a couple of episodes, but how about we just say screw all that noise? What's important here is the Sir Roderick part, because you're coming back.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. This is
baby.
the longest held secret in Side Character Quest history.
Yes.
I'm back.
Back.
He's back. Yeah. Our baby boy's back.
All right.
You want me to hit you with a last time on Side Character Quest?
Oh, yes, please hit me with that that last time.
I guess not last time. The first time on Side Character Quest. So I played Sir Roderick, a human paladin from South Bend, who was overall just a nice guy, you know, kind of goofy, overly prepared for combat and missions. No one really expected him to go on big missions. Well, he did. He went on a big-ass mission. He fell underground, saw a lot of skeletons. He thought those skeletons were evil. He killed a lot of skeletons. I've spent the last 4 years in real time listening to how those skeletons are just people, and maybe I shouldn't have killed them with no hesitancy. And then I guess Roderick got what he had coming to him because a big skeleton came in on a horse and killed him. Or so we thought.
So, you ready to jump on it? Do you have any questions? Need any reminders of anything? Or do you want to just go in? I think we should just
I think I got it. I feel like I've been living this lie for so long that I'm almost afraid to let go.
Yeah,
and
I feel you.
Yeah, so I guess we better do it, like, while I'm still feeling like I'm ready to come clean about our terrible lie.
Images swim through your mind. Stone tunnels cast in blue light, a knight in rusted armor, Velma running to you and you yelling for her to just get away with the girl. You wake up.
Oh, that's the end of the narration.
What do you do?
I open my eyes and kind of take stock. How am I? Where am I? Hey, Ty.
Yep.
Was this all a dream? Was the entire first Roderick arc a dream? And I'm actually safe in my home?
Man, that would have been kind of fun, but I feel like I start with dream sequences too often. So no, that is not the case.
Okay.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Roderick doesn't need disadvantage to fail perception checks, Ty. That's a 3.
You can tell basically one thing, and that is that you hurt all over and that you are completely exhausted. If I had to quantify that level of exhaustion, I would say exhaustion level 5.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad, actually.
It's pretty bad. For people at home, that means that he has disadvantage on all ability checks. His speed is halved, his disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, his hit point maximum is halved, and his speed is not just halved, it's reduced to 0. He cannot move.
I moan out, and I am going to attempt to cast Cure Wounds on myself. So yeah, so I lift my holy symbol that I keep around my arm and to my chest and say, Lumen, heal me with your light. And I heal.
By the way, you're starting with 1 hit point.
Well, I'm starting with 4 hit points now, Ty,
okay.
So.
Perfect.
And then I say, that wasn't enough.
Yeah, you lay there for a while, and it's cool. The air is cool around you. The lighting is fairly low, and you don't hear anything or anyone around you. Do you do anything else?
Hello? Nope, that's not that. You got me infected with a sad voice. Hello? Is anyone here? Ooh, that hurt. Hello?
You don't get a response.
Okay. I am going to use all my abilities right up at the bat, and I am going to hold my holy symbol to my head and use my divine sense and see if I can sense any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me that is not in total cover.
Okay, total cover includes like walls and such, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do not get any sense of anyone nearby.
Okay, I guess.
And let me be clear when I say you can barely move at all at this point.
Okay, I just yell, I'm going back to sleep. If there's someone who wants to kill me, that's fine. I'm going back to sleep, and I go back to sleep.
You lay there for a while in pain, but it doesn't take long for the exhaustion to overtake you, and you fall asleep.
And that's been Side Character Quest. I've been your side character guest, Eli.
Your eyes open back up. You're not sure exactly how much time has passed, but you feel a little bit fresher. You're at exhaustion level 4 now.
Okay, so with exhaustion level 4, I can move now, correct?
Yes, you can move.
I am going to. Do I have a blanket on or something?
Yeah, so you reach up to your chest and feel that there is a blanket over your bare upper body. You feel your legs. You're wearing sort of linen pants, loose linen pants. You're not wearing shoes or anything like that. And you are on a slab, like a metal slab.
Oh. Well, this is why I wasn't getting good sleep. I'm on a metal slab. I mean, I know I like my mattresses a little stiffer, but come on. And I attempt to move my legs over the side and wrap the blanket around my torso.
You swing your legs onto the ground, and your feet hit the kind of damp, very cold stone floor. It's dirty, and as you start to wrap the blanket around yourself, you notice something missing.
Hey Ty,
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell me what's missing.
Your arm is missing. Which arm is it? I believe we've discussed.
I said I moved my holy symbol, which I keep on my right arm, to my chest, and you didn't stop me, so my left arm is missing.
Looking at it, you see that there's bandages wrapped around the stump where your arm used to be. There's also, you notice there's some sort of like gel, some sort of paste or salve spread over your chest. But that's all that you can tell.
Where is my arm? Is there no one in this room who can tell me? I don't know. I'm asleep. I must be asleep. Or else this wouldn't hurt. And then I slap the stub of my arm.
You take 1 damage, and it stings like hell.
I pass out. Passes out easily.
All right. You pass out. You wake up to the sound of a door closing.
Hello?
You don't hear a response. Oh, exhaustion level 3.
Oh, nice. Getting stronger.
Yeah.
If someone is there, can you please, before I open my eyes, tell me that my arm is still attached to my body? I will take your silence as a reassuring, yes, Sir Roderick. You do still have your arm, and thus can still wield the shield that you have used to protect yourself in battle now, and maintain the position of a knight that you have always known yourself to be. Okay, good. This is reassuring. I open my eyes and I look around.
Looking around this cell, well, roll me a perception check again. I believe you still have a disadvantage on this.
Oh, it's still a 5.
All right. Looking around the room, you can tell you're in this cold, dank stone and metal cell. Beyond that, you notice the front of the cell has bars, metal bars, and then there is a platter slid through a slot near the front of the cell.
Oh, I'm in like a prison.
Looks like it.
I never thought I'd see the inside of a cell like this. But at least I have both my arms, and I quickly move my left arm in front of me.
Oh, no. Yeah, you see a stump still wrapped. The bandages look fresh. They don't look like they're the same bandages as yesterday. You can also see a little bit of a orange paste seeping through the bandages.
One
Where does
problem.
your arm end? Is it above or below the elbow?
I think it will be above the elbow.
Ah, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Thus basically preventing me from using that arm even as like I can't strap a shield to it.
Yeah.
It is. I guess I could, but it wouldn't really be useful.
You'd need some sort of like very intense prosthesis of some sort.
Yeah. Okay. And then he's gonna close his eyes and think for the first time. He's gonna sit there. He's gonna be like, okay, let's think. Don't lie. No, don't lie. Never fear to act. The caution is what? No, I treat others with fairness. No. Be responsible for your. And he's gonna look at that platter. Is there food on the platter?
You see some there's some food.
Never fear to act, though caution is wise. And he's gonna walk up and he's gonna what kind of food is it?
It looks like some pickled vegetables, some sort of like brown cube, and then some moldy flatbread.
Okay, I am going to
Maybe moldy's not the right word. Very old looking flatbread.
stale.
Stale, like very, very, very stale, like dried out.
Okay, so I'm going to look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to hold my holy symbol over it and say, Lumen, make that what is impure, pure in your light.
Radical!
And I'm going to purify food and drink.
Oh, so good. Okay, so read me exactly what that does.
All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease. Let me pull up there's a link to what purified specifically means. That link leads to nothing.
Okay. So do you eat it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask that. So this stuff is not going to harm you,
Well, I don't like the way you said that, because that sounds like it will harm me.
but I want you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Which I believe you, as exhaustion level 3, do you have disadvantage on that?
God damn it. Damn it. Well, let me tell you what I rolled. I rolled a crit 20 and a 5 total.
Okay. I was basically trying to make sure that you didn't get that. I was basically trying to see if you got a crit 20 or a crit 1.
I got a crit 20, but it
Yeah.
doesn't count.
So you eat this, and there's some vegetables like peppers, carrots. The brown cube turns into what looks like old butter, and then the bread looks a lot more edible than it did before. And it still tastes really stale and gross, but it doesn't make you sick. And yeah, you get a nice tummy full.
Okay. So then Roderick looks at the platter, and he says again to himself, Never fear to act, though caution is wise. And he's gonna grab the platter, and he's gonna go lay down in bed with the platter. He's gonna, as best as he can, pull the blanket over himself with the platter in his grasp under the blanket.
Nice.
And I'm going to close my eyes and pretend to sleep. I imagine he pretends to sleep until it is clear that no one is going to come in here for, like, hours, you know?
Okay. Yeah, you wait, and you occasionally hear sounds that sound like they're coming from another room. Maybe footsteps, echoes, that sort of thing. But you don't hear any voices. You don't hear that door open again. Nothing like that.
Okay. Then I guess he probably, because he has 3 points of exhaustion,
Yeah.
which is the equivalent of staying up 3 days in a row with no sleep. So I imagine he just eventually does go to sleep.
Your eyes open again to more noise than you've heard in the past 4 days. You, first of all, let me just say, You have exhaustion level 2 now.
Hell yeah.
You would not have gotten to level 2 had you not found a way to eat that food without it making you sick.
Yay! Purify food and
So
drink.
good job. All right, so you hear movement happening down the hall from you, from where you're standing right now. Although you can't quite make out what's going on from the bed.
Okay. He's going to open his eyes and look around the room and see, is there anyone in the room? Can I tell if anyone's in the room?
Roll me a perception check. You can definitely, let me just say, you can definitely tell that there are people, there's at least a person down the hall a little bit from you.
Y'all like this? Y'all like this sound? Is this good for everyone? That's the sound of me rolling with disadvantage because I got 2 die in my hand. All right, that's a solid 6.
All right, you can tell that you hear a sound as if a cell next to you, to the left of your cell, gets the door open, and then you hear as something gets thrown in there, then the door closes, and you see 2 people wearing guards' uniforms walk in front of you, carrying a bag. Then you hear the door to your right, the cell to your right, door open, something gets thrown into there, door closes, and then you see them walk past the cell again and out of the hall.
Excuse me.
They stop and they turn to look at you. There are 2 figures. One is about 6'10", not 6'10", 5'10". The other's about like 5'5", somewhere in that range. Both of them are wearing uniforms that look vaguely like the knight that you fought some time ago. They look at you and are those same skeletal figures that you saw before your fight.
Okay, I think Roderick was somewhere in his mind expecting them to be like human guards, and was gonna try to there's been a misunderstanding. I too am law enforcement. And then when they turn around, he's like, oh, what in Lumen's light is happening here? What are you?
One of them holds out their hand and points a finger at you through the bars and just sort of gestures, jabs, as you see their jaw moving, but you hear nothing.
Let me out of here, or I will bring down Lumen's holy wrath upon this whole place.
The other one turns to the first one and waves their hands, holds their hands up on either side of their head, their face, and sort of waves their hands like this, and you see their mouth open and close in a mocking gesture, very clearly a mocking gesture, and then they both turn and walk out of the room.
Okay, it's gonna be okay. You're not gonna be... This... You are a holy knight of Lumen. It's gonna be okay. You're not going to waste away in a cell guarded by skeletons. It's fine. You'll get out. I'll get out of here. Hello? Is someone else in this predicament that I'm in?
You hear some shuffling sounds in the cell to your left.
Hello? My name is Sir Roderick of South Bend.
The sounds continue, and looking at the side of the cell, you notice something that you hadn't noticed before, which is although the floor, back wall, and ceiling are all stone, the side walls are made of the same metal as the bars. It's just like a flat panel of metal, and running along the bottom of the cell is a crack maybe 3 or 4 inches wide.
Okay, I guess I get down on my knees and try to look as best as I can and try to look through the crack. Hello?
You see a pair of shoes and a pair of pants on the other side of the crack.
Hey, he got to keep his. They got to keep their shoes.
Yeah, well, they didn't need medical care.
Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, I see someone's there. Who are you? Are you also someone, here for the good of all and caught by these nefarious monsters?
You see a skeletal hand touch the ground as this person leans over and peeks their head through the crack to look through the crack at you.
Ah!
They also jump back a little bit in surprise when you do that. But then as you're standing up a little bit, you see that hand reach underneath, and you see it just sort of make a grasping motion.
I say, well, that's hello there, and I don't have anything for you. Are you trying to get out? Sorry, are you trying to get out? I'm not used to being on this side of the law. I assume, based on your appearance, you are very used to this side of things.
Their hand pulls back, and what would they do next? Their hand sticks back out a moment later, and you see them make a few quick gestures. Roll me a.
I was about to say, should I do an insight check or something to see what they need? What they want?
No. Roll me a. I think this would be a history check.
History check.
Yes, and you are level 2 now, so I think so. You don't. Is that correct?
I'm level 4.
No, level 2 exhaustion.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, bitch, don't try to de-level me.
No, level 2 exhaustion, right? So you
Yes.
don't have disadvantage now, right?
That is incorrect.
Oh,
Level
you did.
1 exhaustion is disadvantage on skill checks.
Damn. Okay, never mind then.
That's a crit fail, baby!
You don't know what the fuck they're doing. You don't recognize it at all.
Wait, I've heard of this. Is this Thieves Can't? Because Thieves can't not.
You sort of hear a plop, and then you hear the sound of their skull sort of like tap against the metal panel as they sort of like slump in exhaustion, like sit down and are leaning against the wall of their cell.
Yeah. I checked the other side of the cell. Is it a similar thing? Because you said that someone was put in on one side and then on the other.
Yeah. So, do you look through, or do you just like yell out?
Yeah, I look through.
Okay. You look through the other side of the cell, and there is. You don't see another person. You just see like a bag.
Things. I could use things. Okay. Okay, Roderick. You've never had to do a jailbreak before, but never fear to act. Though caution is wise. Hey, bud. You got any experience jailbreaking?
You see their face peek out through that little crack along the floor.
Because I don't know if you know this. I'd rather not be in prison. I am on an important quest for the town of South Bend, and I have to make sure that it is done correctly. I have to make sure that my ally Velma made it safely. Now, can I trust you?
They sort of tilt their head and appear to be maybe appraising you, and then they nod slowly.
Okay, good. Do you have anything of use on you? I have one dinner platter.
They just sort of hold out empty hands, and they make a few more quick gestures at you.
I'm so sorry. I don't understand what you're trying to communicate with these gestures. If you could do it slowly?
They put their hand to their chin, and you notice for the first time that their jaw is half missing.
Oh.
And they kind of look, have that sort of pensive look, the thinker look. And
Are we like laying down horizontally so that we can see each other through this 3-inch gap? Like,
pretty much.
Hey, bud, what you think about skeleton stuff?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. I'm sort of imagining, what I've been picturing is Roderick with his head basically pressed against the gap, and this person, like, sort of seated next to it.
That's fair. That's fair.
So that their hands are free.
Okay. Think I have an idea. Ty, on the other side of the cell, where I can see the bag,
Yep.
is the bag against the wall by any chance? Like, could I touch the bag under that gap?
I don't know that you could reach through and grab it with your hands, no. It's not that close.
Okay, friend. Or current temporary ally, I'll call you. I'll call you Cat.
They shake their head at you.
Now, how about... I don't know. I can't think of a joke humorous enough for this one. That's a little bone humor for you, joke. Or that's a little bone humor for you, Ty. Okay, well, I'm gonna try my idea, and I think it might work. And if it works, I'll come and get you, and we can maybe work together. Although everything in me says probably not, but we'll see what happens.
Nice.
So I am going to try an oldie but goodie, Ty. I am going to yell, "Oh, my arm! I think it's infected! I need a doctor, please! Oh!" And then I'm gonna get on top of I'm gonna get by the door, and I'm gonna sit on the dinner platter, so it's hidden under Sir Roderick's donk of an ass, and wait to see if someone comes by to help me.
Do me a performance check.
Okay. I'm assuming with still a disadvantage because I'm exhausted. Okay, we're going somewhere. I rolled a 19 and a 15, so that is a total of a 17.
Okay, all right.
Consummate performer. Fun fact, before he became a paladin, Roderick wanted to be an actor. Oh, that's canon now. I
totally 100% believe that you went to like some theater show in Cirque with your dad and your grandpa. Your grandpa took you there.
Yeah,
definitely.
Old Grandpa Cedric.
Oh goodness. All right.
I hope they all don't think I'm dead and are ruining the image of Lumen and the church all across our good land to try to find me.
That probably hasn't happened yet.
Oh God.
In this part of the timeline.
Fair enough.
All right. You hear the door open to the room again, and you see one of those guards walk over and like hit the bars to your cell.
Please, I need a doctor. My arm.
Roll me a deception check.
I already did a performance check, Ty.
That was to get their attention. This is going to be contested, but you will have advantage, which will cancel out the disadvantage. The reason I say that is because you are so fucking miserable looking that it's very believable that you would actually need a doctor.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Would you believe that I don't have proficiency in deception?
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's gonna be a 6.
They got a 7.
No! So they sit there for a little while. They're like, maybe. Probably not.
No. And then they turn and walk out. And as they walk, they like smack their cudgel against one of the bars.
One of the bars of my cell?
The other person's cell. Almost said their name.
I hope that's the one that George crushes skull. I hope it's the same fucking guards.
Oh yeah. I forgot that you've listened to that.
Okay, so I guess I yelled down towards the bar, or the bars that the guard just snapped, and it was like, "Hello, is someone else down there?"
That they smacked the bars of the person. Yeah, there. As far as you can tell so far, And I'm telling this to you, Eli. There are 3 cells in this room. There's these 3 cells that are all next to each other. You're in the center cell, and there's a hallway that is going along the wall.
Ty, let's not sell ourselves short here. There could be 4.
There could be. There could be a 4th.
Okay. I guess I say, okay, I'm going to go back to sleep. Because I don't know if you can tell with my impressive physique. Roderick wouldn't say that. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very, very tired and very injured, and I'm not having a very good day. And I don't know if I've ever had a good day, the rate things have been going, so I'm going to go back to sleep. And I want you to think of an idea and also a way to convey that idea to me. All right, that's on you. And then Roderick is going to go to sleep.
You hear a bang bang as they knock against the metal plating in your room in confirmation.
Okay.
And you go to sleep. You wake up the next day. You have not regained a level of exhaustion because you didn't end up getting fed.
Oh, sons of bitches.
Yeah, right?
It's almost like humans need food.
I know.
Weird.
As you get up, you hear that same knock knock on the side of the wall.
I roll off the bed and I say, that was not a very restful sleep. Have you come up with a plan?
You see a finger, one of those little skeletal phalange, point and tap at the ground under the wall in that little space where you've been peeking through.
Okay. I guess I peek through.
Yeah, and when you peek through, you see there's the person has scratched into the stone. They've scratched the word bag, ?
Your bag is is in the cell on the opposite side of you. So let's say for argument's sake that you are on my right side, your bag is on the left side of me. I cannot reach it.
Let's say the opposite, just because that's how I've been keeping a track in my brain.
Yes, that's right. Let's say that you are on my left side, the bag is on my right side. I cannot reach it from where I am, but it's there.
They give you a thumbs up.
Hey, do you have any food in there?
They look over and there's a moment of waiting, and then you see a tray pop out under the crack, and it has the same sort of food that you had before.
Yes. And I do the same thing. Lumen, may that which is unclean be clean in your light. Purify food and drink, and I eat, and I say...
roll me a Constitution saving throw, just to make sure you don't get a crit one.
No, I got a 10 and a 12.
You're
and
good.
I leave some for him.
Okay.
Or her. Them. Them's the proper word. Wait. You know what? Let me take that again so you can just use this. I leave some for them. And I, about half and half. And I say, I don't know if you need this, but if we're going to be allies, we need to be, tip-top strength.
They wave their hand in sort of a dismissive gesture and push it back under towards you.
I push it back and say, treat others with fairness and let your honorable deeds be an example to them. Do as much good as possible while causing the least amount of harm. I cannot take all your food if you require food.
You see them, they stand back in their cell and sort of gesture for you to look at them, peek through the bottom of the cell.
Okay, I'm looking at them.
And they pull up their shirt a little bit so you can see their belly, or where it would be if they had, a human belly. And they stick their hand straight into it.
Okay, you son of a bitch. No. Okay, listen. Do you know that you're wait a minute. Okay. Are you...
They give a sharp nod.
I feel like we haven't addressed this. Are you and everyone around here sentient?
The person gives another sharp nod.
Okay. And does... Roderick's eyes get really wide, and he's like, "Do you have what most people would consider thoughts, feelings, and desires?"
Nod, nod, nod.
Roderick hurls just immediately.
Oh God. You have like backed away from the crack and are heaving, probably dry heaving, honestly. And they get over to the crack of that you had just been looking through and kneel down and look through and are just sort of like waving to try to get your attention.
Wait. Do you all know? You know you're a skeleton. This is okay.
They nod again.
And everyone knows that they're skeletons, and thus
they shake their head.
Okay, but you're all servants of some dark master, right?
They stick their hand through and just do the hand symbol where they wobble it back and forth.
That is not. That is neither an answer nor the answer that I needed right now. I needed to hear, "Yes, Sir Roderick, we are but slaves to the Dark Lord Nox, and thus shall be smited." Smote?
They shake their head.
Okay. So let's say someone walked into a bar full of people like you.
Mm-hmm.
And started crushing skulls, let's say at random, just for argument's sake. They would be forgiven because clearly everyone is some sort of undead servant of the Dark Lord or necromancy or some sort. This is correct, right?
They just kind of stare at you for a moment without moving, and then their sort of rib cage and shoulders like expand and raise up, and then
Roderick's not having an okay day.
Yeah.
Roderick is learning that these skeletons have thoughts, feelings, ambitions, goals, motives of their own.
Does it feel good?
So Roderick's coming to terms with what Eli's had to come to terms with over the past few years. That Roderick did defo just smash the skulls of just honest, hardworking, blue-collar citizens of an underground society for no reason. Okay. Everyone knows their skeleton?
They shake their head no.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go back to sleep. And I'm going to hope that the food I ate has made me a little bit stronger to live in the world in which I have been living now for an undetermined amount of days, because I think I'm realizing that I'm not strong enough for this, and I'm going to go to sleep now. Good, whatever time it is. And then he crawls back in bed and goes back to sleep.
So you were exhaustion level 2, right?
I was, yes.
Okay. So that was day 5, correct?
Yeah, and okay. I ate food that time. Now yes. I did puke, so I don't know if it counts.
I don't want to punish you for the flavor. I could give you inspiration for that.
Okay. That's between you and your lumen. Between you and your God King.
I feel like this is the exact situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I give you inspiration, but you do not go up to exhaustion level 1.
Fair enough. I have to say, he says this with his eyes closed. My entire life, I have assumed that there is a kind, loving, and all-benevolent God. And I have worshipped them and followed in their ways. And I just found out yesterday that I killed a large number of people who weren't just monsters. And I'm unhappy with this. And Lumen, if you could give me a sign, I think we can be okay.
I want you to roll me a religion check.
With disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
Yeah. You're asking for a sign from a deity
Yes.
You will get if there is a sign to give, you will get it if you get a nat 20.
I got a critical fail.
Okay, let me think for a moment. Let me think. I've got to give you something terrible. Right as you finish saying that, you hear the sounds of your cell open, and you open your eyes to see those two soldiers from before. They walk in, one of them's carrying a cudgel, and the other one is picking up the 2 platters that you still have in your cell.
God damn it.
Or I guess there's the 1 platter, and then there's the one that you had missing.
Yeah. Okay.
That you still have on you. But the other one is going to walk over and just try to cudgel you in the head. That would be a 14 to hit.
Oh, I'm not in my armor, am I?
No, you're not.
Oh, jeez.
You're in linen pants.
So that is a... Oh, fuck. Hold on. I have chainmail armor normally. Okay, so it's 10 plus my dex mod. So that is a 9. So yeah, my AC is a 9. So you just fucking nailed me.
This person nails you in the head, dealing 3 damage. And then while you are reeling, unless you're going to do something immediately, they just walk out carrying the tray.
Friend in the next cell, I don't know if you're listening to me, because I'm not getting out of bed today. But we're getting the hell out of here.
You hear...
And that is Roderick's first curse word.
Oh. You hear a thud on the wall in confirmation.
Heck yes. And then he goes back to sleep.
All right. You wake up the next day. Unless you want to do something specifically, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So you wake up the next day, still exhausted, and you don't get any food that day. The day after that, you wake up, and one of the guards around the middle of the day, you assume, it's hard to tell down here, brings you a tray of food.
Does the guard come in my cell?
The guard does not come in the cell. They just slide the tray through the slot in the door, and they stand there for a moment.
Okay, is this jail cell, is this like bars? Like
the front of the jail cell, just the front that is, that has the door in it, has bars. The door itself is a metal panel that has a bar, a like slot in the bottom to slide these platters through.
I see. So I could not reach my arm through the bars of the cell and grab the guard.
No, not when they're delivering the food.
Okay, gotcha.
You could have that one time that they pointed at you angrily or mockingly.
Yeah. But we were still in good boy Roderick mode. All right. I go up and I grab the food. And I look at the guard. And I point at... Well, I can't do both. I grab the food and I scooch it away. And then I use my hand to point at the guy. The guard.
They just look at you and then turn and walk away.
And I say, yeah, you do that. You don't want any of this. Y'all are all too weak. None of you can withstand me with my huge flesh muscles. You're all skeletons with families and people who care about you.
You hear a knock knock.
Who's there?
A
sad Roderick.
A second platter slides from the other cell into your cell.
Thanks.
Again, the food is gross, but it's edible.
Yeah. Could he, like, theoretically pick around the moldy parts and just eat it without casting a spell?
Yeah, so the first, it seems like the stuff has actually gotten a little bit fresher, but it's also like a weird mix of, like there's some sort of indiscernible meat that looks like it is fresh meat.
Okay.
And then there's also some like mushrooms that are like sliced in on there, but there's also some of the same stuff that was there before that looks just as unedible as it did before. So there's like butter, pickled carrots, pickled peppers, some really gross looking bread, that sort of stuff.
Okay, I think Roderick just eats the fresh meat and fresh looking mushrooms.
Okay. You feel pretty. You're able to get between your meal and the meal of the person to the side. You're able to get a pretty good fill.
I say thank you.
They stick their hand through and give a thumbs up.
So, what's your name?
You see their hand make a few more quick gestures, but then they stop halfway through, and they pull their hand through, and then you hear some scratching sounds.
Can I do an insight? Well, I guess I'm still exhausted, but can I try to do an insight check and see if they are using some sort of sign language?
Sure. Insight would be fine, I think. I will allow it.
Or was that the history check that you were trying to give me?
That was the history check, but I will allow an insight because it's sort of like, are you trying to convey some sort of like knowledge as if you're talking as opposed to just making weird gestures?
And I still have at least 1 point of exhaustion, correct?
Yes. I think at this point this is the first time you've been fed since that bad time.
Since the bad days.
The bad days.
Okay.
So you're still at level 2, I think.
Gotcha. Oh, I rolled 2 13s, so that is a 14 insight check.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can tell this person does not seem to be like the way they pulled their hand away, the way they stopped. It felt to you in that moment the way that somebody would stop mid-sentence if they realized somebody wasn't understanding them.
Okay. I say,
Insight.
I'm sorry, friend. I never learned
Common sign language.
Yeah, I apologize. That is a fault in my own education. I will try to learn it in the future, maybe, if I have a future, and if I can do so with just the one hand. And then I look to see what they've written on the for their name.
You see the name written down, Treya Cuprum. Those are 2 words.
This is not a language I understand. This is a different alphabet.
No, it is actually in common.
Okay. Treya Cuprum?
You hear those 2 reassuring knocks on the door, on the thing. I'm gonna have to find a good sounding sound effect for that.
Right? Like, nope, this is full of water. Okay, Treya. So, got any thoughts on how we're going to get out of this?
You hear them sort of shuffle down the wall a little bit, and then they tap their finger hard on where they had written on the ground, bag.
Do you have a way for me to get the bag?
They stick their hand through and point at the platters.
Okay, I have an idea. Can you, and if this is insensitive, I'm very sorry. I'm not...
I know
you
where
may
this
not
is
know this
going.
about me. I'm not comfortable.
I hate it.
I'm not. You may not realize this, but I am new to having positive interactions with people with your predicament. So if this is insensitive again, I apologize. Can I borrow your arm?
Oh, they pull their arm quickly back.
Okay, I see I've offended and I apologize. So, the platters. How far away is this bag? Can I logically move the platter or like use the platter to extend my reach to the bag?
Looking through, you think you probably could.
Okay. Wait. Is this a dirt floor?
No, it is a brick floor. There is some dirt. Like, I did say it was dirty. So, like, if you... No? Okay.
I was thinking maybe I could burrow out.
Dig?
Dig out. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been good.
Well, anyways, I grabbed the platter, and I tried to finagle getting the bag out.
Cool. You are able to, you stick your hand through and you can't reach all the way, but then you use a platter and stick through and are able to sort of like lock it over the top of the bag and sort of pull it slowly towards you.
Okay. Is the whole bag able to come under the door, or is it like stuck?
Or the cell wall?
Yeah.
It's able to, like, you kind of have to shift some stuff around in the, the contents. But the gap between the wall and the floor is roughly 4 inches, and with some finagling, you're able to pull the bag through.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking, and we're gonna communicate incognito. And then he brings the bag over to the other side to Treya, and he says, he knocks on the wall to signal that he has the bag.
Okay, they knock back lightly.
Okay, so here is wink. And that is him attempting thieves' cant.
They stick their hand under and try to grab at the bag.
Man, I should have looked in the bag.
You still can. They haven't taken it yet.
Roderick's just gonna go for it. Listen, he's kind of going bad boy, but he's still a good boy at heart. Is the problem?
Gotcha. So they take the bag under, and it's kind of difficult to pull through again. Like it's difficult to work its way under. But after a moment, they are able to pull it through, and you hear them pour out the contents of the bag. And do you look through the crack to see what they're doing?
Yeah, I'm like, you don't by any chance have like a hammer in there, or?
Yeah, so you look at what she's poured out, and you don't see any weapons. You see a little book, like a notebook sort of thing, as opposed to like an actual like book. You see an inkwell. You see writing implements. You see some clothes.
Treya's a nerd.
You see this sort of green, like boomerang shaped thing. That's the best that I can think of, but it's smaller than a boomerang. And like there's just a bunch of different like scattered bits and bobs that get poured onto the ground. Through all of that, their hand goes straight for the green thing, which they pick up.
Treya, are you a wizard?
I am not quite a wizard, but...
What the fuck?
As you ask that question...
That was Roderick's second curse.
As you ask that question, Treya has attached this green thing to where their missing jaw was. Whoa. And it floats in place as if it was one of these animated bones, just like any other animated bone in their body.
Whoa. Roderick is like... Whoa.
I see you're impressed by my work. Yes, I tried very hard to make the finest copper work.
Wait, is this a Dragonborn skeleton?
Sorry, no. Ooh, let me work on this.
Sorry, it was vaguely French, so I thought maybe.
I'm trying to do Russian.
Oh, you're going Russian.
What you're hearing is the passive message cantrip that I have built into my prosthesis.
You hear that ringing in your head as she speaks to you.
Okay.
You're hearing. By the way, you're hearing a. Although it, like I said, it's sort of morphed by the magical resonance of it entering your mind. It does sound like a human woman's voice, presumably human.
Okay. Can I roll an arcane check to know what Arcana check to know what Roderick would know about the spell message?
Sure.
Cool. Am I still at exhaustion level? I guess I'm at 1 now, right? Because I slept an 8.
Yeah, sure. We'll say you're at level 1. I don't remember, so I think you might be at level 2, but it's
Still
fine.
rolling with disadvantage.
It's fine. Yeah.
That's an 11. Do I know anything about this cantrip? Eli knows.
Yeah. You're aware that this is a fairly common magical spell. Because of the limited range, it's generally not a super useful thing. You might associate it with, I don't know, with sort of like schoolyard crushes,
Okay.
or with like criminal activity. The people who want to be able to like talk to each other incognito.
Gotcha.
As far as you are aware, you've never heard of somebody using it in this way.
Would Roderick know that he can respond telepathically without talking?
I don't think he would. No.
Okay, that's fair.
I have to say that's very impressive. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure how it gets us out, but it does solve a major communication problem, which I appreciate, and I appreciate you going out of your way to accommodate my lack of understanding of ways to communicate with you.
It was not all my life that I've had this device, so I've gotten used to making do with ignorant people like yourself.
I
say this as joke. Break the ice.
Yeah.
It fell flat on Roderick. He's not, hey, Roderick's not normally a jokester anyways, and right now he is feeling very insecure of his position in life.
Fair.
So,
well, I like the way it kind of fits your whole jaw. So, are you a wizard?
I am not a wizard. I am more of an artificer.
oh, Ty, you've been trying to get someone to be an artificer this whole time, and you finally did it. Ty, hey, be the artificer you wish to see in the world.
Have I been trying to get people to be an artificer?
I feel like every time I have been involved with someone making a character, you've always been like the bass player manual or an artificer. And look at you. You're your own artificer. I'm so proud. I'm so happy for you. We're really coming full circle here.
You got any, hey, great invention. Awesome. Do you have, like, a bomb?
I think these are just sort of odds and ends that they have confiscated from various prisoners in the past. None of the rest of this is mine.
Is, like, a hammer in there?
That's not Roderick. I feel like I'm slipping out of Roderick. It's been so.
Is that
That's Roderick. I feel like I fucked up Roderick this whole.
Is there a hammer in there? With a boar crest.
A boar crest? Oh, are you a soldier?
Well, yeah, yes.
So, may I ask, how is it that someone from the front lines like yourself has managed to avoid whatever curse has befallen us?
Yes, I am from the front lines, but I don't know what curse has affected you.
The skeletal, we've been discussing this for a while.
Yes, but this is not a thing that affects most people. It just affects the underground area, as far as I know.
Okay, so this has only affected the people in the tunnels. All right. So basically, everyone.
You're familiar with the boar crest.
Yes, that's the.
What can you tell me about that?
Rock, paper, scissors to see who gets questions answered first.
I am.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I am.
Roderick chose rock. He always chooses rock.
I'm just wondering how this person would react to that. That question.
This is just a symbol of Bregaton.
What am I doing with this voice?
What's Bregaton?
How do you not know this?
Is that related to like I've heard, druids in the area refer to Brega as a term for nature, but I've never heard Bregaton before. But maybe it seems like I have a lot of questions. Perhaps you might have questions that I can answer. But I think right now we need to focus on getting out of this predicament that we are in. Would you agree?
It sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
is there a hammer in that bag?
I believe I've said this maybe a couple of times at this point. I'm not sure how many got cut out, but yes, there is no hammer. There's no weapons of any kind.
I won't lie to you, Treya. I was hoping you found one.
No, it's just this.
And she grabs the junk and sort of shoves it under the crack into your cell.
I don't know what any of this is.
I look at the junk. Is it anything?
Well, there, like I said before, there's sort of
Oh shit, is it my priest pack? Is my incense in there?
There actually is all of your priest pack in there. The bag was not that. It's just sort of the assorted stuff. There's also like a shirt, a linen shirt.
Oh, yes.
And there's also a notebook of some sort.
Okay, so Roderick puts his shirt on, or a shirt on. Is it big enough for him? He's a big, beefy boy.
It's fitted.
Okay.
It's a tight. It's really shown.
So it's kind of like Steve Rogers when he first comes out of the like super soldier serum, and that shirt is like hanging on, just hanging on.
But it's also it's a button-up shirt. So it's like,
oh fuck me, Ty. So it's just wide open.
yeah.
Yeah, he probably goes to button it up and then fumbles with it. Probably get a couple buttoned. It's very hard to button up a shirt with one hand.
Well, a lot of this is my stuff from the church, and it's not going to be any good to us now, so,
Wait, let me look through. Watch, there's gonna be something in this priest pack. Blanket, candles, an alms box, a tinder box. Is the tinder box still in there?
The tinder box has been taken out.
Oh, well, damn it.
Actually, you know what? No, tinder box is there. Whole thing's there.
Nice.
Anything that's not explicitly weaponry.
Is my chainmail there?
No.
No.
There's
Is my horse there? Is
yes.
sunlight in there?
Your horse is in there.
It inflates like a toy at the fair.
There's also, I mean, in addition to your own stuff, there's also like a couple of game pieces, and there's also, like I said before, you know, there's that notebook and.
What's in the fuck? Hey Ty, what's in the fucking notebook?
You open up the notebook and there's.
And it is all the lore that every player has ever skipped over in the history of side character quests. Now I'm gonna leave
the
for
tinder
5
box
hours.
Then accidentally ignites and just burns the whole thing up. I better use this to keep warm, Treya.
Oh, this information? Probably nothing anyone ever wants to hear or should. What's in the fucking notebook, Ty?
Flipping open the notebook, it's got one of those bindings that allows you to like pull open, and there's sort of perforations at the edges, and you can see that there's lots of like crazy symbols and writing on there. Roll me an Arcana check.
With disadvantage. That's a... Oh, damn. Yo, can I posthumously... Can I...
Yeah?
After the fact, use my inspiration to get rid of that lowest roll? I'm just kidding.
Yes.
It's not. Oh, you will? Then that's a crit
I
20,
will.
baby.
Oh, really?
I rolled a crit 20 and a 3.
I shouldn't have allowed that, but I will. I said it.
Fuck yeah, I know everything. Guess what? Roderick now multi-classes as a wizard. He knows everything.
No, looking at this notebook, you can't tell who made it.
Wait.
You can't tell exactly.
Stop. I look up from the notes and I say,
Treya, I've been extremely rude. My name is Roderick.
Oh my god, you never said it.
I think I yelled it at one point,
Yeah.
but I say,
It is nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you as well, Roderick. My name is Treya Kuprum. I'm a coppersmith.
why the hell are you in here? Sorry.
How did it... Questions for later. Questions for later. Unless it's relevant. But questions for later.
What do I know about these magic symbols?
Okay, so
Everything. Sorry, I know everything. Tell me everything about these symbols.
looking at these perforated notebook pieces, you aren't sure exactly how they work, but you can tell how to use them, and that's the important piece. Each one of these cards relates to a different magical spell.
Okay.
When you rip one of the cards out of the notebook and press it against its material component, the spell activates.
Okay. Do I know what each spell is?
And with that, we're gonna end the episode.
Oh, Ty, let me do a I cast Fireball centered on myself. That's the game!
With what is the thing I actually say? I don't say with that we're gonna end the episode. I say, and I think that's where we're gonna end it.
I think that's where we're gonna end it. And
I think that's where we're gonna end it.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Ty.
Fuck you.
All right.
I hope the material components are a metal wall.
I am very glad that we finally got to do this, Eli.
Yeah, we're back, baby. Roderick's back.
Baby.
I'm back. And oh, hey Ty.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think that you're legally allowed to kill me a second time.
It's what is it called? Double immunity? Not.
Yeah. It's double jeopardy. Double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy.
Yep, you missed out the first time, and you can't kill me a second time. So I'm immortal.
Them's the rules.
I'm immortal, and I believe in nothing.
Well, I mean, you do know that you have plot armor, at least until we get to that.
At least until we see Velma, and god damn it, I wish I remember that name. Not Grumples.
Grumples. Hey, it's me, the little girl.
No, if you say Grumples, it'll pop up.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Grumples. I'm the little girl that Sir Roderick left to die.
Oh my god. All right. Well, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that we're back. I'm excited to play this. What, based on my imagining of it over the past 4 years, will be the most dramatic side character quest arc. But anyways, let's all take a moment of silence.
Yep.
And just be grateful that we're back in a world where Roderick lives again.
Yeah. Genuinely pretty glad.
Yeah. And I have to imagine some people would be.
Yeah.
Also, if you haven't listened to Roderick's first arc, we should have talked about this at the beginning. Go ahead and splice this in. If you haven't listened to the Sir Roderick's first arc, how have you listened to the rest of it? Because I feel like so much.
I know. Well, so like the thing that kills me, Eli, is how do we warn people that they need to listen to Sir Roderick's arc first without spoiling? It would be immediately obvious.
You know what
yeah?
You know how I think what we should do? We should label Sir Roderick's arc as, I don't know, episode 1. And then maybe people should listen to podcasts in order and start with episode 1. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I do see what you're saying. That being said, I think what we should do is we should name this episode Velma Verbs and Noun. Because then,
No.
Then we have a reason to say, huh?
Velma's barely in it.
Yes, but then if they
Should be Treya.
But if they see the name Velma, then they know why.
But that doesn't.
So for people that actually listen to Roderick's arc, they see Velma and they're like, oh, this is going to be about Velma.
Velma sharpens her sword and does nothing else.
Velma sharpens her sword. Velma sharpens a borrowed sword.
Yes. That's
something.
That's something. Or just call it Eli comes back again.
Eli leans away from the mic.
Is this close enough? Do you like this?
That's so
Do you like this? Is this audio good for you?
And with that, I think we're gonna pitter-patter on out of here.
No, stop. We're not pitter-pattering out of here.
I think the mic is like trying to adjust.
It is. It's adjusted. Every time I've had a different arc, I've changed what the ending is. The first time it was da-da-da-da-da-da. And then I came back as Lore and it's like, let's pitter-patter on out of here. So this time You know what we're gonna do?
Oh, what are we gonna do?
I'm just gonna say, well, this has been Side Character Quest.
You're gesturing at me.
Yeah, I'm saying. So I'm gonna say this is Side Character Quest. You're gonna say I'm Ty.
I'm
Okay,
Ty.
Nope. Fuck. This has been Side Character Quest,
I'm Ty.
and I'm going to sleep.
Workshop it.
Okay. We'll keep. All right. This has been Side Character Quest,
I'm Ty.
and I'm done with this recording.
Okay, that's good.
All right. I'm stopping recording.
I'm stopping recording as well. Thanks to the Joy Drops for the use of Not Drunk as our intro and outro music. Find them at thejoydrops.com. You can find us at sidecharacterquest.com, at SCQ Podcast on Twitter, or by email at sidecharacterquest@gmail.com.
The Scavengers Network.
Creator driven,
Community focused.
treasured content.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear and tell you about the comedy podcast Unnatural 20s.
Do we really want to limit ourselves to just saying we're only a comedy podcast? You're right, we have a lot to offer, like intellectual conversations. Well, did you guys know Australia once lost a war entirely to emus?
Do you think emus frown upside down because they're in Australia?
Like they're below the equator?
Yeah, duh.
Health and fitness.
Pasta is great, but you usually have a lot of extras. But have no fear. Thigh warmed pasta is here. Plop the bag of leftover pasta on your thighs and eat those puppies like popcorn.
We have microwaves.
I have thighs.
You know what? Actually, we can never decide what we're going to talk about, and that's why we leave the fate of each episode up to the rolls of a d20. So download Unnatural 20s on your favorite podcast app and roll with us every Monday.
There'll be like a little music playing and then bloopers.
Pretty sure. Hey Ty, are you hearing the lava?
Yeah, I'm hearing it. That sounds absolutely miserable. I hate it. Oh no! Dislike. 5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10,
perfect.
11.
No! What's frustrating me is there have been times where there's been like a funny sync, but the funniness comes from the slow devolution as it goes from 1 to 10, and I'm often like, I can't include a sync up, a count of 1 to 10 again.
One of my favorite moments in my recording history was I was very intimidated when I was recording with Tucker and Caitlin and Jordan, because they all have their own podcasts and are all very funny professionals. So when I started trying to sync all four of us, I assumed that that everyone did it with the countdown. So we start counting, and there's like there's a blank look, and I think Caitlin did something just completely off the walls, and then was like, "Oh, I see what we're trying to do now." And I was like, maybe I should have not assumed anything.
If I remember right, I think that she thought it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes,
or something like that.
It was something like that. It was goofy, but it was fun. So you should just have every side character guest record a new blooper intro.
Oh.
So for this session, this is the new one. These are them bloops, bitch.
I'm going to I think what I'm going to do this session is I'm going to censor every third word you say, just so that it sounds like you're cursing extra a lot.
It might work. It might.
Who knows? All right.
Hold on. Does this sound like Roderick? Is this Roderick's voice?
Does this sound like Roderick? Does this sound like Roderick?
Okay, but the thing is it's got to be a bummed Roderick.
It's gotta be a bummed Roderick.
Just fuck off. Let's just do this.
By Lumen's light. By Lumen's blight, more like it.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn. Wait, do I still have Moonbeam? Is Moonbeam still alive?
Hey, Eli?
Huh?
Real talk?
Yeah?
Real talk?
Yeah?
I had not thought about that until this exact goddamn moment.
Because I think I gave the reins to Velma to get away.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Okay, I had thought about that. Okay. Never mind. I just haven't thought about it in a while. But yes, I do have a plan for that. Cool. But I could change. Things could mix up.
Whoa.
No one's safe. Hey, what?
It actually seems like this arc is going to prove that everyone is actually safe.
Oh, God. All right, you ready?
No, let's do it.
No one is ever going to be ready with this. Hey, I have a quick clarification question that's probably going to end up in the bloops.
Okay.
Has it actually been 4 years?
It has been over 3 years because we recorded, at least since we recorded, because we recorded Roderick before Mallory and I got married, and we've been married for over 3 years now. So
Gotcha. Oh, man, that's crazy. I've been thinking 3 years for this whole time, but you're right. It's probably closer to 4 now. Your arm is missing. Which arm is it? I believe we've discussed.
Well, I think we said my right arm, but earlier as a way to test to see if I still had my arm, I said I moved my holy symbol, which I keep on my right arm, to my chest, and you didn't stop me. So we can retcon and say my left arm, like I lost it.
Let's go ahead and say your left arm there.
Okay, cool. So my left arm is missing. Y'all like this? Y'all like this sound? Is this good for everyone? That's the sound of me rolling with disadvantage because I got 2 die in my hand. 2 die? Is it die or dice for plural?
Dice.
Okay.
Dice? Dice, yeah. You made me doubt myself.
You got any experience jailbreaking? Hold on, in case the mic didn't. Jailbreaking?
Reach through and grab it with your hands. No, it's not.
Well, definitely not with my hands up.
I said your hands. No.
Yeah, no. I'm saying I don't have hands.
Oh, okay. That took me a moment. And took you explaining it to me.
Yeah, it wasn't a good joke apparently.
Cell almost said their name.
I hope that's the one that George crushes skull. I hope it's the same fucking guards.
Oh yeah. I forgot that you've listened to that.
Yep.
I was like, how do you know who George is?
George, French name. Sorry, George something French. What is unarmored defense 5e?
I'm gonna bite out of this apple.
That's the sound of Roderick's skull getting cracked.
You hear...
And that is Roderick's first curse word.
Oh. We're getting the Jesus tits out of here. What you're hearing is the passive message cantrip that I have built into my prosthesis.
Ty, you are horny for message.
Hey.
You love that fucking spell, dude.
This is the symbol of break. Hello. Let me fall into this voice. Hello. I don't know why you're falling into the voice. This is just the symbol of Bregaton. What am I doing with this voice?
What's Bregaton?
Hello. This is the symbol of Bregaton. No, fuck. Okay. Hello. What's a Russian phrase?
Vodka.
Hello, this is vodka. I would like some vodka. I am strong like a bear. This is just the symbol
in Soviet Russia.
In Soviet Russia. Okay, Jelly Bean's trying to steal my White Claw.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking a claw. Nice.
He actually was.
All right. Right on, Kid Cat. I can't help but wonder if by the time it gets around to Roderick saying, wait, you're a person? You have thoughts and feelings and sentience? If like, because I think, hold on, I'm trying to think. We've addressed this in Alton's arc, Talbotton's arc. I think the first one was Amar's arc.
Yeah.
Was the first person to actually address that. So like that's 3 different arcs
where this revelation has happened.
This has happened. So I hope people aren't tired of it by the time Roderick gets around to it, because god damn it, he's earned this question.
Yes, I personally I hate it when shows yada yada over these revelations.
Yeah.
I really, really just by the way, my voice doesn't sound robotic, does it?
Nope, sounds perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I think it's also important because everyone has approached it differently in a way. Like,
and everybody that has listened to Roderick's arc and then listened to the arcs where it was revealed that the Skellies are like sentient in some way has had this reaction of like, oh fuck, what did Roderick do? And so I feel like it would really be a slap in the face of all those people.
And I was worried
that.
for a second that I was going to skip it. So I think it's very important that Roderick realizing that him going around and crushing what he thought was skulls and ends up being the heads of honest blue collar workers trying to enjoy a nice cold beer at their favorite bar. That is deeply troubling to him and has caused that, between that, him losing probably one of the most important fights of his life, and just the situation he finds himself in general is causing a major personality shift in him. And I hope I am doing a good job of showing that occurring. So Ty loves the spell message. So if you ever find yourself as a side character guest, then please find some way to cast message as much as possible. Just message people all the time. Or just direct message him on Twitter. Find him on side character or at SCQ podcast on Twitter and just message him just nonstop. He fucking loves it. It's great. Yeah. How are you doing? It's been a while. God, I haven't been a side character guest since Lore. That was so many arcs ago. Okay, it looks like Ty's back, so that's just between you and me, listener, and also Ty because he does edit everything. Okay.